Paul and Marie. We are a UK reselling couple based in Southampton in Hampshire.
And this is our vacuum spares and money boxes update.
Hi, this video is inspired by a subscriber's comment. Basically they're asking how we're doing with the vacuum spares, aren't they? So we thought we'd do a video with an update and sort of tell you what we've sold so far.
Yes, we weren't really sure what to put in our next video, and we thought, well, if this lady is interested, someone else might be interested, so we thought we'd go through it all and just give you an update. So we'll start with the vacuum spares. So just to give you a bit of background in case you haven't seen the video, we bought a pallet on the 19th of January. It was called electrical items, and it contained 20 vacuum cleaners.
Yes, it was 20. Mm-hmm.
And we paid £447.55 from a company called Mart Hill International. That price included VAT and delivery. That was it. I couldn't think of the word then.
No.
So we spent about 3 weeks dealing with the cleaning, listing, getting it all ready, photographed. And the first thing we sold was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? We didn't, out of everything we had listed hoses, we listed floor heads, we listed bin cylinders and batteries and all sorts. The first thing that sold was a wall bracket.
A wall bracket, a little dinky plastic wall
and this
bracket.
was for the Vax Blade 32 volt wall bracket, and it was $7.99.
Yes.
And it was literally a piece of plastic with 2 screws.
Two or three screws. And it's just tiny. But whether they break easy or not, I don't know.
But we hadn't even thought of that it would have a bit of demand for that. But then we were off and running with our first sale. Yeah. And then we were surprised again when our second sale for the Vax Blade, so this must have been the 24 volt one, was another wall bracket. So we only had 2 wall brackets, I think, didn't we? And they both sold quite quickly. That again was $7.99.
We have 2 or 3.
We might have 3.
Yeah.
It's difficult to remember now. It's the end of February now. And as you get older, the memory goes a bit.
It does.
So then, after our initial success, 2 $7.99s. Woo!
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
We sold the Bush 25.2 volt floor head. This was a bit more money, wasn't it? $24.99. So we're quite grateful for that.
That was a nice sale come in there. Yeah.
It took a while to clean, but by the time we got that sorted, it looked quite nice, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, yeah.
So that's gone to a
tested and
good home.
All working fine. It's
So then the next item we sold was the Vax Blade 24 volt power adapter. Now this sold for $12.99, and this was a bit of a surprise to us, wasn't it? Because we didn't realise that power adapters would be quite popular. So you'll see as we carry on that we've sold other power adapters, and it's sort of made us realise that when we go to the boot sale,
it's something to look out for. I mean, it's not massive profit, but you can get them quite cheap at boot sales. And
you found them quite quick to test.
They're very quick to test, and easy to list. Photographs quite easy. So overall, it's quite an easy thing to do, isn't it?
So we're keeping an eye out. Something we've learnt from doing this pallet is what are the popular things. So then if we move on to the next item, so just on the power adapter, it was the Bush 25.2 volt combination nozzle. This again was quite a surprise for us because it was just a small
bit of plastic with a brush that moves up and down. It's you think, oh.
I didn't realise people use these nozzles. And that was $14.99, so we were quite surprised about that.
Yeah.
But I think that must have been the new one because was that the new one? We did have one Hoover, didn't we, that had all new parts.
There was all new parts.
So I think that was.
You're probably right. It probably wasn't
for that price. I think the other one was around about the
tenner.
So then we went to the Vax Blade 32 volt floor head, and this was quite a nice one at $29.99. So quite popular, those Vax Blades, weren't we? I mean, that was the reason we selected that palette, wasn't it?
Yes. It had
nice
sort of well-known
items.
brands in there, really.
Yeah,
and
that's sort of why we chose it.
And also, it's again with all this thing, it's doing your research and making sure you can get money out of something that's that, like in our case, for instance, had to all be split out into parts.
Then we went for the Vaxblade power adapter. That was $12.99. Yeah, that's another adapter gone.
Another adapter, yeah. There's that because was there new ones and.
Well, that was $12.99, so that was going to be second-hand, used, classed as used. Yeah. But then the next thing that sold was the Bush 25.2 volt power adapter, and that went for $14.99. So again, we were quite pleased, weren't we? Yeah, yeah. You know, considering to have all these sales in quite a short space of time.
That's right, yeah. And all of these as well, they weren't. There was no offers.
No, they went for
they all went for their full price that we were asking for.
Yeah, so that's good news. Then it went to another Bush 25.2 volt power adapter. Now this was the new one, one that hadn't been used, and this we got $22.99 for. So that was good, wasn't it?
That was good, yes. Yeah.
So pleased about that. And then we've got a couple left. We've got the Bush 25.2 volt bin cylinder and...
Yeah, this and
I think
the filter.
That was that filter.
Yeah, you couldn't read my own writing then.
I haven't got my glasses on.
Yeah, no, the Bush cylinder. So it was the internal point of the, the actual cylinder
where it collects the dust.
So not the actual casing, but the internal parts of it. And the filter was new. So these were two brand new parts.
We've got $18.99 for that.
That's right.
So that was quite nice. And then finally. This is the most recent sale from these spare parts, is the Bush 25.2 volt battery only. So you actually broke the machine down, didn't you?
Yeah, the machine, we knew the battery worked, but the motor in the machine just wasn't playing ball and didn't want to know. So we thought, okay, what can we salvage from this? And then we thought, well, the battery's good. Fully charged it, tested it, and the battery's fine. So we took that out and decided to give that a go. And somebody was after one.
Yeah, $18.99 we got for that.
That's right. Yeah.
That was something when we started out doing the Pallet video. We sort of said we're going to do this, this, and this, and then when we watched the video back, we realised we hadn't said how many pieces were actually damaged. So there were 3 pieces damaged, weren't there, that we couldn't sell. Three bits that we had to chuck away.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was something we were meant to say, and we forgot. So sorry about that.
Yeah, that's right. We did forget to say.
Forgot to say, but there was, out of all of those 20 Hoovers, we only had 3 bits that we couldn't turn into money. So
they're just too far gone, and there's nothing you could do with them. But yeah.
So all in all, 11 sales since. I mean, we bought it 19th of January, but it was about 3 weeks before we got everything fully listed. Yeah. So that would have taken us well into February.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so all these have sold within February, I think.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. 11 sales. They total £187.89p.
So we're on the way.
On the way to getting some of the bits, some of the money back, but. I mean, bearing in mind we had 97 listings relating to these Hoovers and the spares. So we've still got quite a lot of stock left. So if anyone wants any, just let us know.
It's a fair way to go still. But I'm sure it'll go there.
Yeah, I think we'll sell them in the end, won't we? Hopefully.
Yeah.
So perhaps we should take this moment to move on to our money box sales. This is money boxes we bought from the recent auction.
That's right, yeah.
So we went to the auction on the 24th of January and we paid £31.20, and originally we had 25 listings of money boxes. So just to let you know, we sold the first thing, which I think we mentioned in our weekly roundup, our last weekly roundup, was the vintage coffin bag, which was it was pretty much our favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was cool.
And we did get $29.99 for that, which was full price. Yeah. So we're very pleased.
We have had offers on that.
I think someone offered 20, didn't they?
Yeah, we decided we weren't going to accept that. It's when you put a new item up, you don't drop straight away. You just
you've got to get the most out of the item possible. Yeah. Initially, but then obviously you have to be realistic over time. If it's
if it's hanging around, then you do. You got to reduce it down. So, but no, somebody. took that for full price, didn't they?
Yeah, we're quite pleased about that.
Very pleased.
So the next item that sold was the vintage kegs. Now these both come with keys, didn't they?
They did.
And they're a bit tarnished and everything, but they were lovely. Still fully working, and they were, I've got here £14, so that must have been an offer. Because we normally do something that ends in 99p.
Yeah, we do.
So if it's rounded off like that, it would have been an offer, I think.
Yeah, did we have our list price? No. So
it probably would have been about 16. Yeah, I'm thinking most of the things went for around 16 because we set them at that. So we were looking at getting £14-15, weren't we?
Yeah. So no, we were happy with that. It was only.
Sometimes you take into the condition of the item. Like the coffin bank was in really good condition, wasn't it?
It was.
So we knew we'd get a good.
It was only the box that was a little bit tarnished, but no, the actual.
But the kegs were a little bit. The condition wasn't as good. So when you do find someone who's interested, sometimes you have to weigh it up based on the condition of the product. So the next item was a vintage. What do you think that says? It looks like a haircut, but it's not that. Oh, it's the Halifax. It says Halifax haircut.
Does that say Halifax?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
I normally put glasses on, but last time we did a video with glasses on, you could see the ring lights reflected back in the glasses, and I looked a right idiot. So I'm trying to do it with it at arm's length, but really it needs to be right across the kitchen to actually see it. So this was the vintage Halifax money box, little plastic red and yellow one, I think.
Yeah.
And that has gone recently for £8.50.
Yeah.
So I think we did take an offer on this one.
We did again, yeah. I believe £8.99, wasn't it? No, sorry, not £8.99, £9.99.
Yes, I think it might. Yeah, I think it was just under the £10,
yeah.
and we took £8.50. So pleased about that, weren't we?
Yeah,
turned it around.
Definitely.
These items, I think they cost 35p each, because we had more than we thought we were going to get originally from the auction. So yes. Right, now this next item was a lovely Doctor Who tin with Tom Baker on from our childhood.
Yeah, that was cool as well.
And this went for £26.99. It's a lovely metal tin from 1980, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So and it was in good condition.
Yeah.
So we were very pleased about that.
Yeah.
So really, that was the two biggest items, the most valuable items from that auction lot.
Yeah.
It was the coffin bank and the Doctor Who tin. They've both now gone, haven't they?
They have.
So the sales so far for those, we've only sold 4 items, but the sales equate to £79.48. So we're quite pleased about that, aren't we? Considering we paid £31.20. We had 25 listings, so we've still got 21 listings left with stock on. Obviously, the prices we're giving you don't take into account the fees or the postage.
No, this is the
just the actual sales.
The actual sale prices, yeah.
But if you wanted to find out more about that side of things, we in our videos that cover the auction lots and the vacuum spares pallet, we do break it down more so you can sort of see the profit we're looking at getting.
Yeah.
This is mainly covering what we've sold.
What we currently sold and how they're going, really. It's just So.
But we are grateful that people are interested. We, when we set out to make these videos, we didn't really know how they would go.
No,
and we've had some lovely comments, and we've had
some lovely comments.
From very supportive people, so we're very grateful. You learn a lot about yourself, I think, when you do anything new in life, and doing these videos, we have learned quite a lot about ourselves, haven't we? I've sort of learned that when you get quite nervous, because we've only been doing them 3 weeks, and with all the outtakes, you would have seen quite how nervous we are. I tend to rabbit on, and your nerves have gone the other way. You've gone quite quiet. And so between us, it looks like I'm not letting you speak because I'm rabbiting on. That's just
normal,
how.
Though, isn't it?
Well, that's how I sort of deal with nerves, I think. And we knew we'd be nervous, didn't we, when we started doing these videos, because it's completely alien to us.
It's not something we would normally do.
We're quite shy people anyway, and the only we've wanted to do these sorts of videos for quite some time now, but over the last year we've been on a special diet, and lost quite a lot of weight, and that's sort of given us the confidence to allow ourselves to be filmed and let people see who we are, because we're a bit daft, aren't we? But we are really grateful. We've just gone over 50 subscribers, and in 3 weeks we just, we're blown away by the support from people, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're just watching to see the outtakes.
Yeah, that's more than likely. Yeah.
Watching to see how a couple of Wallies make videos for YouTube. Yeah. But we are very grateful that people have taken their time, because time is precious, to watch us Wallies, seeing how we go through life. But we wanted to, as I say, do this video because we are always interested to see what people would like to see. We're trying to make educational content.
I'm sure we'll do more of these and give you another update, further down the line of how many more other items.
Yes, I think so. If people are genuinely interested in how we do things, then I think it is, important to sort of let you know, really, because we're not perfect, are we?
Of course not.
Don't think we're experts, but we just have found a way of doing it, and the way it works for us. I think where we're a couple, it's you over time you learn to play to your strengths, and Paul does all the photography. I'm not technical at all, am I? So. You wouldn't be able to see the items if I was taking pictures. So the way it sort of works with us is the item comes into the building. I predominantly do all the cleaning. Yeah. I do all the research and all the drafting, and then once I've done that bit, it goes out of the room and goes to Paul. He does all the photography. He does all the.
So you do the draft and I do the listing.
You check the listing.
Double check checking my photos, making sure I've got everything nice and clear.
You locate all the stuff on the shelves.
Then I'm locating. Yeah.
You do all the picking, all the packing.
I mean, with the locations, what we tend to have is a whole shelf unit is a location, so we know obviously roughly where the item is, and we use the custom label.
Yes.
On the.
Yes, just to give you an idea, we've got over 1,900 listings on eBay. Last year we had about 2,300.
Yeah.
And we've been steadily trying to knock them
bring it down a bit,
because we don't want to pay for listings.
Well, we have a shop. Is that word again?
Subscription.
Shop subscription. We have the middle shop, so it gives you 1,500 free listings. But obviously over that you're paying 6p.
And we don't really want to pay extra, but it's not, once you get into the habit of listing as much as you can, it's very difficult to have the time to tackle some of the older things. So that's something we're always trying to do, isn't it? Is to work on the older stuff and try and get the listings down. So we have been doing it.
We have.
But back to what we do.
Sorry about that. I'll take you off.
That's all right. No, what I was going to go on to say was that you do the picking and the packing, but also Paul does all the answers, all the messages. He also does all of the offers, send out offers to watchers, all of that side of it.
It's all of everything else basically, isn't it? So it comes in, you do all the research, all the cleaning.
Yeah, I do all the front bit of it,
all the fun bit, and then I sort of do the other bit of it. And,
So really, when we do these videos, it may come across that I'm talking about the products more, but that is basically because I've had more interaction with them. By the time you get them, you're just photographing and doing that side of it, aren't you? So
I'm just photographing.
No. What I mean is, I've written all the prices down because
that's right.
I've been the one. Yeah, you're just
taking a photo.
It's not even that nowadays, is it? It's that. Is it that? Some age then with the old click. So most of these videos have been what we've bought and what we've sold. So that's the bit that I sort of deal with. So that's why I'm probably more vocal than you anyway, because that's my bit. We should do some picking packing videos, and you can go to town and show them the garage. Might have to tidy it up.
I think needs a bit of a tidy. Yeah.
But no, this is just how we work, isn't it? And what we thought we'd do next. For our Sunday weekly roundup is do a tips and advice on reselling, didn't we? Because someone else asked us if we could assist them.
Yeah.
And we thought, well,
we could do a video about it.
Our first thoughts were, oh my God, they've come to us. Why? We don't know what we're doing. We're just sort of going through life on a wing and a prayer, really, aren't we? Trying to do the best we can. But I think we will do that on Sunday. We'll just put some comments and give our tips and advice on what we've learned about it. But I think the reason we started talking about this, the point I was...
we've got off again, haven't we?
The point I was trying to make is that if there's more than one of you doing this sort of thing, play to each other's strengths.
Yeah.
If one of you is really technical, then let them do that, because, you know, you're going to be much better at doing things like the packing. That's why we do it this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even with the videos, when we started doing the videos, I describing things, because that's what I do daily. When we do things like the description, I do most of that side of it. Whereas Paul, where he's really technical, he does all the editing. So, you know, even with the video, we share it out, and you know, I've got the quick bit, and then you've got the hours and hours of wading through all our outtakes. So it's like anything in life: find what works for you, and, you know, try and streamline it and improve it as much as you can.
Yeah,
and that's how we've sort of done it, haven't we?
It is, yeah, that's right.
Well, I think we should let them go now. They're probably switched off anyway. It's probably just us chatting to ourselves.
Yeah.
But we are grateful that you've taken the time. So hopefully this is, you know, giving you some insight as to what can potentially sell on eBay.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Why not check out our weekly roundup on Sunday,
where we'll be covering tips and advice on reselling. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video, and if you liked our content,
please like and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to receive notification for future videos.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.